it's Juno here, and welcome to another video. Today I'll be doing a art trend that I've seen going around lately. I originally seen Orbs do it, who was inspired by Yurioz. So what the art trend is I'm gonna pretend to be a beginner artist and catfish people into thinking I'm like a very bad artist, and then showing them that I've actually been doing it for years. So first off, we gotta make people think that I'm a beginner artist. So I came up with the idea that I was starting out with MS Paint, and I finally could afford getting Clip Studio, and I wanted some extra practice. I decided to only take 2 slots because I wanted to at least get this out in a timely manner. And not even a minute later, I got like 2 messages. People really like free art. Oh, I like this character. He kind of gives me vampire vibes. I don't draw a lot of guys very often. Oh, this is another nice character. Really wanted to draw her because she just was like such a unique character. I did ask for a little bit of backstory on this character, and it turns out he's a very flamboyant elf for his family who got bullied by his uncle for being so flamboyant, but he decided to take his love for fashion and turn it into a career. I was actually really surprised by how wholesome this was, and I just had to draw. For drawing male anatomy, I typically redline the reference photo I have to find the anatomy under the clothing. I find that the box shape and the carrot shape don't work for me for learning how to draw male anatomy, so I just draw a couple of triangles to build up the meat of the character, so to speak, and I find that gives me a lot easier and a lot better of a result. I decided I was going to try out a new style of anime eyes because I always have the same face syndrome where I always draw the same face and the same eyes for a specific gender of character. Spoiler alert, it did not work. I kept shifting and shifting different features of the eyes, rotating the eyes. It just did not work. So then I decided, oh well, maybe I'll just try redrawing it, maybe be a little looser with it, maybe something a little bit more similar to what I would draw. Yeah, that didn't work either. So I just kind of went with it and got rid of the face altogether and said I'd come back to it later, and just started doing the line art. So the line art's done, which means I have to go back to the dreaded eyes. I decided to go straight into line art this time instead of sketching and hoping for a better result. And I'm kind of glad I did. It turned out a lot better and cleaner. Sometimes it's okay for you to just leave a piece of the project and come back to it later. There's no finite rule saying that you have to stick with it. And sometimes coming back with fresher eyes is always a good plan. At this point, I was already 2 hours in, so I decided that I really needed to speed things up. In total, this took me about 4 hours. It was way longer than I was anticipating. I was hoping to spend maybe 1 or 2 hours on it. So it's not as polished as I would like it to be, but for what it is and the amount of time I'm spending on it, I think it passes. The reason why stuff like this takes me more time than typical is this isn't actually my typical style. I just thought my regular style might be a little bit too recognizable if I started posting it. I do like posting art on my private socials and stuff, but I didn't want to give away the whole YouTuber original persona just yet. So I only do the anime style, which I'm still kind of learning how to do. I'm not quite confident in this style yet, so it takes me twice as long to make it. But I'll post a quick photo here of what my typical style actually looks like in an image that I haven't shared yet. And because it was taking so long, I actually ended up cropping out the bottom half of the picture to make it a portrait and just shaded like that. Typically in my drawings, I like doing really dynamic shading and imagery. I'm really bad for this. I'm trying to like expand and try to do different feels rather than super dynamic lighting like this. Like, it's not a bad thing, but it's all I do. So I'm trying to expand a bit. It's pretty easy to do. You just do a multiply dark color of the feel you're trying to go with and erase. Then it's adjustment layer land from there. At this point, I thought he was starting to look more vampire than elvish, mainly because of the sharp teeth, but I wanted to lean into the whole, like, he's a fashion designer, but, like, as a part of fashion, people will tend to model their own product before actually getting into the business, so I kind of wanted to give it that vibe and give, like, this crystalline effect, like maybe it was the name of his fashion line or the theme he was going for. And there you have it. Now, I could leave it as is and send it to the person like this, but that wouldn't be very fun. So I decided to make the scuffed version.
Hey, 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 hey
Such a cute reaction. I love it when people are super supportive of really beginner artists. Now let's see what they think of the actual one. Aww. I love how the reactions are so wholesome, and they're always so nice about the scuffed version. So this next one I did on Procreate. My PC was outpacing my air conditioner, and it's so hot. On the right side, the eyes only took me 1 attempt instead of 4, so that was nice. The hands, on the other hand, were a different story. I was trying to be fast about this, but it turned into another 4-hour painting, and my tendonitis was starting to act up by this point. For the jewelry, I just took a single circle and just copied and pasted it a bunch. I wasn't till afterwards that I was like, I could have just rendered one and then done this, but I was already dedicated. I really liked how in the original picture she had like this gnome active microphone, and I don't know, I just thought it would add like a nice little element to the piece, and I felt like I just needed to add it, and I thought it looked really cute. In the reference photo, I couldn't really tell what the design of her dress was, so I ended up going with more of a swirly abstract. Also, I forgot to add in the gloves, so I quickly added those in real fast. I went for a backlight this time for this image, just for a bit more dimension. Again, I'm really bad for dynamic lighting, but I just love how it looks. Alright, now for the scuffed version. This time I did use my tablet. When I first used my tablet, my shading style was that of using an airbrush tool all the time. I don't know what it was, but just coloring everything with the airbrush tool made me really happy at the time, and then I would add like a super textured background as a result. Aww. See, this is what I mean. Everybody has such wholesome reactions to it and like super supportive. Really? She likes the first one? But seriously though, at the end of the day, I was doing this for more of the wholesome reactions because I too was a beginner artist at one point, just doing this as a hobby. And there's something about childhood innocence. When you first get into art, you don't care how it looks, you just really like to draw. You didn't really care too much about the quality, only just improving your art. And sometimes, as someone who is a more polished artist, though I'm by no means a professional, I forget that innocence sometimes because I always feel like I have something that needs to be perfect, and I feel like that once it's on the canvas, it's there. I can't get rid of it, and I just hate it. And even a few days after I post an image, I can point out all the flaws that I dislike. So seeing reactions like this and people being so encouraging, especially for beginner artists, just reminds me that there was a point where I just didn't care. And I want to try and get that feeling back with my pieces. Just remember, it's like, I don't care, it looks good, take it at face value. You're always improving. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more videos I've done, check out my channel. And if you have more art trends or challenges that you want to see me do, just let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!